Up.
Drop it.
Good boy.
Oh my God, Jackson! Is that you?
Nobody plans to fall in love with a dog that argues back. But that's exactly what happened. His name is Jackson. He's a Siberian Husky. And from the very first day he walked into our lives, nothing has been quiet, predictable, or boring since.
Come here. You don't want to put this on? You don't want to put this on? What's wrong with you?
Don't you want to go on a walk?
It's not that ugly. Come on.
Jackson doesn't bark. He talks. Loudly, dramatically, with full conviction. He argues, he complains, he throws actual tantrums when life doesn't go his way. And honestly, some of his performances are so over the top that all you can do is stand there and laugh.
What's wrong? What did I do to you? What? Huh?
He walks into a room and immediately owns it. Like he's been the main character his whole life and everyone else is just a supporting cast. But here's the thing. Jackson's story with us didn't start the way you'd expect. He lived with my father first. After retirement, my dad moved to Oregon and settled on a farm, and Jackson went with him. They became true companions, the kind of bond where you can't picture one without the other. Jackson thrived out there. Wide open space, fresh air, and a person who loved him completely. Then life changed in an instant.
What?
My father passed away suddenly, and in the middle of grieving, our family faced a question that had no easy answer. What happens to Jackson now? Giving him away was never on the table. But I'll be honest with you, my wife and I weren't ready. We hadn't planned for a dog. We didn't have the experience, the routine, or the bandwidth. We had real doubts. We brought him home anyway.
What's wrong? You miss Daddy?
And I have never once, not for a single second, regretted that decision. What we didn't expect was how different Jackson would be with each of us. With my wife, he's playful, goofy, and completely unhinged in the best way. But with me, he gets quieter, more serious. Like somewhere deep down, he understands that I'm his protector now, that I made a promise.
Uh-oh.
Knock it off. Where'd your paws go?
Jackie, you better stop. No more? Do you want me to call Dad? I'm gonna call him. Dad? You hear him? See? Why don't you listen? Oh, he's still not.
Even if I never said it out loud. Now here's where it gets fun, because Jackson is a husky and huskies are a category of their own. He is obsessed with food. Whisper the word snack from 2 rooms away and he materializes instantly, eyes locked on you like a tiny furry lawyer building a case. He watches every move in the kitchen with the focus of someone defusing a bomb.
Are you okay? Oh my gosh, what's wrong, buddy? Still going?
Then there's the ice. The moment he hears the ice dispenser click, he comes sprinting. We eventually turned it into a whole tradition, filling a pool with hundreds of pounds of ice and watching him lose his mind in it like a kid on Christmas morning. Pure, unfiltered joy. He also stands with his front paws on the floor and back legs propped on the couch, just casually, like that's normal. He paws at the carpet for reasons we've never figured out and probably never will, and the shedding. People say Huskies have 2 shedding seasons. With Jackson, it never actually stops. Grooming him is a daily ritual now. But that's part of it. That's part of loving him. But not everything has been easy. Recently, we lost our miniature Pinscher. She'd been with us for 16 years. My wife's heart dog. Jackson adored her. He'd wait for her to finish eating just so he could lick her bowl. He'd sit upstairs until she came downstairs, not wanting to leave her behind.
Don't bite her like that.
Jackson. Okay. Some space.
Since she's been gone, there's a different kind of quiet in the house. And you can see it in Jackson. He feels it. He misses her. Anyone who says dogs don't grieve hasn't watched what we've watched. Here's what I know after all of this. Jackson came to us out of loss, out of grief and uncertainty and a situation none of us chose. And somehow, through all of that, he became the heartbeat of this home. He brings warmth on the hard days, laughter on the ordinary ones, and a kind of comfort you can't manufacture or plan for. He's not just a dog, he's family. And if you're ever on the fence about adopting, especially a breed that comes with real needs and real demands, do the research. Talk to people who know. Go in prepared. Because adoption isn't a moment. It's a commitment that stretches across years of your life. But when you show up with patience and genuine love, you don't just give an animal a home. You gain something you didn't even know you were missing. Jackson certainly gave us that.